Hi everyone. This is a quick video I'm putting together to show everybody basically the kind of process about how you repair these wing windows, also known as quarter windows, on a first generation S10 pickup. This would also apply to S15 GMC pickups and probably the first generation of GMC Sonomas as well. So basically the problem I had with these was the hardware had gotten all loose on them. The plastic washers, which I thought were rubber, had disintegrated, and they were leaking really bad. And the window was loose. It wiggled around a lot, it made noise, it leaked. Additionally, on this particular one, the actual little clip that hooks it to the piece on the inside of the truck, which is this, was broken, and somebody had previously zip tied it in place, which was kind of a nice fix. But I wanted to put this back together correctly. I'm doing kind of a, not quite a full restoration on this truck, but just kind of trying to get it back together. And of course, the very last thing I want is for it to leak in any way. So I spent a lot of time looking on the internet, trying to find parts for it, trying to find the seals for these windows. I ended up ordering them from LMC Truck. And then after I realized how bad the hardware was, I started trying to look around for the hardware. And in my attempt to take these apart, I discovered some interesting problems. So these actually have a captive nut type deal. It's a plastic coated bolt that has a, I guess it would be a nut with threads on the inside. It's got a little bit of an indexing on it. And when taking these apart, I gripped onto them with a pair of vice grips because that was basically the only way I could keep them from spinning. And that kind of chewed them up. And then the other problem I had personally when I was taking them apart was the drill bit I was using, and they may have come apart better if it weren't for the fact that this is the screwdriver bit that came out of the pack, and as you may notice here, it's missing one of the grooves. So it stripped out every one of my screws before I checked it to figure out what was going on, because I took this brand new out just for this project to try to make sure I didn't strip them, and it was still happening. So I ended up having to drill the heads of the screws out, and that was quite the ordeal, and really kind of messed up the hardware, which was already in bad shape as it was. So after spending a little bit of time looking online, I found that there was a guy on eBay selling a set of these that were used, this particular part right here, for like 20 bucks each for two of them. And it came and it said the roll pin had to be removed by yourself. And that was the other big problem I had with these, is that when I actually did get it all off and take it apart, the plastic piece that attaches to the window is capped by this roll pin. And the roll pins, over time, they get rusty and they still move, but you can't get them out of the plastic part here. And I tried, all sorts of PB blaster on it, and tried warming it just the tiniest bit. I don't want to get it very hot because this is plastic. I tried to squeeze the roll pin in the middle with a pair of pliers, and I could not get it out. I was able to detach the windows from the side of the truck by eventually getting these two out and then taking it off of the clip that it attaches to, which once again would be this piece right here. This can pop off. And eventually I just snapped off the ears of this piece here, and just that was the only way to get it out. So the guy on eBay was selling these parts, window latches. He said it's like from like a CK series, like 1988, somewhere around there, pickup truck, and he said these would fit an S10. And I couldn't find anything on the forums that would verify any of that information, but I went ahead and took a risk, and I went on LMC Truck and went ahead and bought the hardware, and I'll show you the list of what I ended up getting. This is a complete set of hardware from them in order to rebuild these windows. Obviously, it's a little bit pricey, but this is all new stuff. And I did verify these new latches. They do match the old ones. The only thing that you don't get with this kit is you don't get this piece right here. This particular piece, just, if you're taking it off of the truck and not going behind the trim anyway, this is going to be on the truck as is. It still clips into that particular part on the end here. So the hardware kit came with this piece here, and then it's got the little plastic washer. And I thought these were actually supposed to be rubber until I got them. But they are made out of plastic, and they do help center the window. They have a little bevel on them, a little edge on them that goes in these holes to help center them. And since they are not actually made out of any kind of rubber, when I go to reinstall them, I'm going to put a little bit of RTV on the inside of these washers where it meets up with the glass. And then I also put a little bit on the face before I actually screw it in with the cap nut there, just to try to make sure they seal well. It would work a lot better if I had some urethane. I think that would be a better long-term solution, but that would also make it harder to disassemble in the future. So anyway, wanted to show you again the part numbers for these parts. Disassembly, of course, is the reverse of assembly, minus adding some sort of sealant to the plastic pieces just to make it stay in place and not leak. So that's what I'm going to do on these. Get them back in, and then my S10, first gen S10, will have working wing windows that hopefully will not leak anymore. Well, good luck with your projects, and see you next time.